Hey guys, it's me, Pokemon. I'm here bringing you another potential skill video, and today I'm going to be talking about a character that for those of you longtime viewers, you will know I love Man-Thing. Man-Thing is my boy. I love Man-Thing. We need Man-Thing in this game. I love Swamp Thing and I love Man-Thing. I like the Swamp superheroes. So, I want to see Man-Thing in this game. Nobody knows who Man-Thing is, so today I'm going to be telling you about Man-Thing and how he'd work in this game. So Man-Thing would be classed as a supporter with, of course, utility strengths. He's a bio, but he's also a hero and he's mystic. So he doesn't have any affiliations to organizations, but as a plus side to that, he is also bio and mystic because, I mean, he's made of swamp, so bio, and then mystic because he has a lot of magical aspects to his existence. So for those of you guys that don't know, Swamp Thing in the comic books is just kind of this guy who sits in the swamp and he doesn't do anything until he senses emotion. Then he goes out to seek where the emotions are coming from, and if they're bad emotions, he'll deal with them. He'll fight people if he needs to. He kind of guards the swamp. I also think he guards parallel universes or something like that in the comic books. He has some big role in the comic books, like low-key, but a big thing about him is he can't die. He'll always turn into dirt, and then he'll come back later, so I kind of wanted to incorporate that into his kit. Man-Thing's probably going to have the weirdest kit out of all the characters that I'm going to talk about throughout this series. So what I want to happen with Man-Thing is he will always resurrect when he dies unless all of his allies are dead. So Man-Thing has to be the last one to die in order for him to actually die, because he won't die. Now, of course, his stats would be a little worse. They'd make up for this in other parts of his kit. Maybe he'd have less health, so once he is the last guy standing, he won't last for long. But I'd like Man-Thing to have to stay. You have no choice but to leave Man-Thing standing. So pretty much the only way Man-Thing attacks people in the comic books is with slashing them with his claws. But since he seeks out emotions in the comic books, I think it'd be cool if he uses this against a buffed enemy, because he could sense the anger in them because they're buffed. He'll deal bonus damage against them. So I think that'd be really interesting. It'd just be a mediocre attack on its own, but if someone's buffed, he'd actually deal more damage against them. Aside from slashing people, the only other thing Man-Thing really does is secrete acid. But again, even when he does this, it's cool. He can, like, throw out acid or something, and it can cause burn to enemies, kind of. So I think it'd be cool if his second skill would be Acid Splash. So he'll just give the whole entire enemy team a burn for 2 turns or something like that. I just think it'd be sort of a damage over time effect, kind of. I'd like if he worked with status effects. But he's not really a frontline character, so he's just kind of there to help out his team and allow them to deal more damage. If you thought Man-Thing was cool for throwing out acid, well then he can nullify his own acid. Isn't that cool? So essentially when he beats somebody up, he'll be like, no, I'm sorry, I've seen that you changed your ways. And then he gives them a new acid that then nullifies his acid that he just gave them. So essentially what we could do with Man-Thing is he could nullify all debuffs that his allies have, and then he'll heal them up. Now this is going to get kind of complicated. I believe Chirrut has this effect in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So he'll remove all debuffs from his allies, and then he'll heal them for the amount of health that's the lowest amount of health that your allies are missing. Again, it sounds weird, but it's simple in concept. Chirrut has it. Look at that up if you want to see it explained better. But say Captain America's missing 5 health, somebody else is missing 7, somebody else is missing 8, somebody else is missing 12, somebody else is missing 13. Then he'll heal the entire team for 5 health. So he'll heal until the person with the most health is at max health. So overall, I think Man-Thing is like actually low-key a really cool character. And I think if they created him right, they can incorporate a lot of lore from the comic books into his kit. And isn't that a cool passive name? The Eternal Empath? I don't know, like sort of like Mantis, so he can detect emotions, but he's eternal. Eternal Empath, isn't that so cool? I literally came up with the coolest name ever for Man-Thing. Man-Thing is so cool, guys. What an underrated character. Gosh, dang it, nobody likes Man-Thing. But hey, guys, what do I... It's me, Isaac from the future. I've come again to tell you guys, ideally, remove the Kree-only effect from Ronan and give him some more healing. And also, I'd like it if he could debuff enemies on his basic attacks. I think that'd be a really good change to Ronan. But you guys need to change that, otherwise the world will be destroyed. Ooh, right now, I'm having the emotion of confusion. That isn't even an emotion, but what do I know, guys? I am just a 16-year-old. Signing off, guys.